But when nut cutting time came, late, however, and Syracuse could have cut the lead to one score, the defense kind of stood up and looked a little bit more like it did last year. On the other side of the ball, excuse me, I understand we'll see much stiffer competition going forward, but I was really impressed with Joey's first start. Had a few accuracy issues, but thought he was poised. He was decisive, and he certainly showed the ability to make timely big plays. Braylon Staley looked like he can become a big play receiver. And I believe our running back by committee is really, really solid, Tony. I was like you. I was really impressed with Yassine Willis for Syracuse. And he had 23 rushes for 91 yards. By comparison, Star Thomas and Deshaun Bishop combined for 23 carries, and they had 174 yards. So that's how impressive they were, to just about double what that Willis kid did in a really impressive performance by him. And I thought our no-look offensive line, especially without David Sanders, looked really good. They played clean, and don't think we averaged 6.2 yards per rush, and they didn't give up a sack. So just a really, really encouraging opener, Tony. Understand this is not an SEC football team.
That's right.
But I do believe we're a program that has become accustomed to winning and knows how to win games.
Heupel's a winner, man, and he can really coach. And this kid's a better fit for his offense than the guy they invested all that money in, which is really strange. I don't pretend.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Listen,
as you say, it's a mystery. Yeah.
I don't know anything. I don't pretend to understand why that is. This guy, he's not a better fit for the offense. He's a much better fit for what they're trying to do. Watson Brown, before we get Brian Hartman's thoughts, and then I want to go to you at 865-200-5402. We're wide open for your phone calls. Again, the number is 865-200-5402, our TLD logistics hotline on this holiday Monday. I want to celebrate what we saw with you. We were on post game on our Garza Law fifth quarter fan reaction, which comes your way after all these games over here at tclub.team. And I did about 4 hours the other day till my back couldn't take the fun anymore, so to speak. I just appreciate so much how you can be on your campus for 100 days and look like that. And Watson Brown texted me about this quarterback and said, I can tell you right now, Tony, having coached it, been around it for 5 decades, and now watch it all the time, stay up with coaches that I have in the deal. Those players love that quarterback. He said, I don't know what this guy did in the offseason, and he's going to talk about that Wednesday with us on our Wednesdays with Watson Brown. I don't know what. He said, I don't know what he did or how quickly that happened. He said, but it is extremely obvious that they love him. They trust him. It's like his football team. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, how seamless that was. Now, I'm with Bino. Look, we got to temper this. Syracuse, a team that gave up 34 points a game last year. They won 10 games because offensively they were a juggernaut. Jeff Nixon's a very good offensive coordinator. As I wrote today in the blog, they put a lot of good things together. You have to give them credit, like Bino's talking about. Hey, that running back's a great player. He's a great player. And Angeli, for as much of a statue as he is, kind of made a few plays. You know, he sort of grew into that game, and they made plays on 3rd and 4th down. So, and our linebackers look like electric football. They do. That's kind of a family tradition around here, though. This guy's over there, going over there. Like Cinco said, the run fit stuff is I mean, our linebackers are kind of a tough watch, but look, it's a first game. Let's be willing to let everybody grow into the year. Brian Hartman, your thoughts on what we witnessed? Because it was, man, it was chicken soup for the Vol fan soul. That was a lot of fun seeing Tennessee and Syracuse. And then I want to get into the weekend at large.
I look at other teams that are supposed to have high-powered offenses that everyone talks about. You have Texas and Arch Manning. Ohio State, though they have a new quarterback, but they've got that great receiver.
Yep.
You've got Clemson, LSU, all that talent, and Alabama. None of those teams put up more than 20 points on Saturday. Granted, maybe they're playing better defenses, but Tennessee's offense, to me, from everybody I got to see, I think they look like they probably had a better offensive output than 80 to 90% of teams out there, all 130 FBS teams. And Joey Aguilar looked like a draftable quarterback. Came from, nobody knew about him. Somehow he's not recruited by anybody. Nobody was beating down his door after 2 years at Appalachian State. And UCLA's coaches have to feel like they fell for some kind of bad Ponzi scheme by throwing good money after bad. That's what they got to feel like today. As for the defense, I just want to see the defense get key stops when they have a chance and make stops that matter. And I think they did enough of that to make sure that game was never in doubt.
Totally agree. The only time in that game when it became sort of in doubt is when we all fell asleep in the middle to late third quarter, because we have to have a game where a quarter lasts an hour and 25 minutes. You know, you and I are Major League Baseball fans. They save their sport. Now, I don't like the DH in both leagues, but the time rules that they put into their sport, I believe, save their game and will help their game grow in the future. Even though I'm a traditionalist to the core, college football has got to. What they did in the offseason is not going to work. These coaches don't give a damn about your pace of play. Now, they are going to give a damn when the TV networks, Brian, go to them and say, I'm going to give you half the money that we're giving you because this is a horrible TV product. Look, I know a lot of Tennessee fans were upset because ESPN jumped off that game. I mean, what do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Sit there for 5 hours?
Players kept getting hurt every other play, allegedly.
Of course.
That's why it lasted so damn long.
The new rule, guys, they thought was going to fix this thing was that if you lay down after you spot a football, it's a penalty on you. So what are these teams doing? They're watching that linesman on the side there spot the ball, and they're getting on the ground before he spots the ball. It's all big game. John Adams had a great point. You know what these coaches care about? Because if you've ever been around one of these football coaches, most of them, when the check comes and you're over at Calhoun's and you're with any of these football coaches, they have alligator arms. Look like Kevin Willis. They're not grabbing that check, okay? They're up here. They got their palms pinned to the top of their shoulders, and they're frozen in time. Hey, listen. You want to get their attention? What you do is you find them. You lay on the field, it's $20,000. One of your guys does it. And you make it you make it painful. All that stuff will stop. Because what Syracuse did, and we did it too. We had a couple guys lay on the ground. What they're doing is within the rules. You know, it's like an old wise man once told me. You know, you take a human being and you tell them you can go right to this line. They're going to go right to that line. You take a dog and tie a dog up on a chain. He's going to wear that chain right where that you can see exactly how long that chain is. when we were kids and we were walking to somebody's backyard and somebody had a dog chained up, you could tell exactly how long that chain is because it's burnt out. But, these guys are not going to behave. They're not going to police themselves. They don't care about. Fran Brown could have cared less if that game went 4 hours and 20 minutes the other day. But that was a sham of a mockery in that third quarter, and they almost got back in the game because they lulled us to sleep. It took so long to play the game.
Yeah, I don't care who you are or where the ball is or whether it's been spotted or not, Tony. That feigning goat act, that should be penalized. I don't care if the ball's been spotted or not. They had one play where apparently one guy thought he was supposed to fall down and then realized he wasn't, and the guy next to him fell down.
And look, I think it's really cute that Tennessee has a lay-down lineman, just like Golish had a lay-down lineman the other day. You score quick. In Golish's case, they had a fake punt that went for a touchdown, and they had a guy lay down. In our case, we had the deep ball, and a guy lays down. If you go back and watch that play after we scored a touchdown, there's a back judge who's smiling when he's walking by our injured guy. Go back and watch it. Guy's walking by our player, and he's smiling. Tennessee fans are complaining, Bino, because ESPN dumped off that game. Bino, would you have dumped off that game? It's a blowout. It's one side, and it's never going to end. And I got to get to Florida State, Alabama. What do you say, Bino?
Well, if it were us waiting for our game and there was a blowout in front, we'd want them to swap it.
Thank you.
Get that game off the television.
Thank you.
It's no longer.
Well, I mean, what's the point? You got Syracuse over there laying down. You got nobody policing it. You got the game literally lasting forever. And somebody tell me the point of that, because I don't see the point in that.
If we were waiting for a game to get over with before we could see ours, they wouldn't switch it.
Sure, they
would.
would
Keep it on there, and they would let us have to see the whole game and see the coaches get interviewed. Both of them.
No, Brian.
Before they switched over.
No, Brian. No, they wouldn't. No, not if it was a game of that Florida State Alabama magnitude. Which leads me to this. LSU saved the league's bacon over the weekend. That's a miserable weekend for the Southeastern Conference if LSU didn't do what they did. A miserable weekend. Utterly miserable weekend. That was one great football game Saturday night. One great football game. My plan was, and I told on myself in the blog today, because Brian mentioned Nico. I've come to the conclusion that a couple weeks into the season, we're not going to care about Nico. He's a kind of a tragic figure in my mind. I watched the first half of the UCLA game and then went back and laid down and listened to the second half. And with my back stuff, it's hard to sleep. Like, my nerves get kind of cranked up. And those of you that have been through it. Those of you who haven't, I don't want to bore you. And then we're going to go to the TLD Logistics Hotline. Here's where I'm at on Nico. That's a shame. That's a shame. Nico's like a child performer in my eyes. He's Michael Jackson with Joe Jackson over top of him. I don't even know how much of his own money he sees. He's a tragic figure to me. I'm watching him the other night, and Orange Throat wrote about this today on our blog. I, for the life of me, cannot believe that they were irresponsible enough to put that kid in the spot he's in. That is a horrendous football team that he's on. I thought Utah was going to whack them. And we should have taken that in our winners and losers Thursday night. We went 2-1 in our power plays, which is pretty good. You make money if you go 2-1 throughout the football season. The one loss was Virginia Tech, who really, the punt return in that game really altered the game for South Carolina. I officially feel sorry for Nico. Officially. And I don't know how it's going to turn out here. None of us do. Like Bino said, we didn't see an SEC defense the other day. We don't know what Joey Aguilar is going to do. Boy, he's a nice fit for this offense, though. And I love the fact that we're using the term gamer after one game for him because that's exactly what he is. So my number is 865-200-5402. Now, all lines are jammed. But if you want to get in with us, write the number down, 865-200-5402, taking you up to the great Chase Thomas. And then my boy Dubsy later on today. I'm fired up, focused, and prepared. I don't know how else to feel after week one. I really feel
Tony,
like go ahead.
I'm like you. I feel sorry for Nico. The problem is Nico's actually LaToya Jackson, and his daddy thinks he's Michael. That's the big problem.
That is a great line. That's going in the blog tomorrow. And you know what else, too? On the Nico thing, because I got to do a video on this. I'm listening to the UCLA game the other night, Bino. Their color commentator, whoever it is, was saying this guy is an incredible quarterback. No, he's not. He's a guy that looks incredible playing quarterback. He's not an incredible quarterback. Now, that said, he was not good the other night. He's by far on the field the other night UCLA's best offensive player. And he's not any good. So I was telling my brother, my brother Richard, who graduated from Penn State, and we were talking about the weekend, and we were talking about Joey Aguilar, and he said, man, that's just absolutely why we love college football, Tony. He said, if the Vols could get some traction this year, that's why we love that sport, because you just don't know. That one AA running back from Missouri a couple of years ago, you just don't know. We think we know. You don't know. Hey, the other night, Bri, was it South Dakota? They came this close, okay? They came this close.
North Dakota.
North Dakota
with Kansas State.
With Kansas State. They came that close. You think you know, but you don't know. And Bino, you're right. Nico is a really beautiful woman, okay, that everybody wants to turn into a great actress. She can't act. She can't sing. She can't dance. But she looks good. I'm with Throaty. I'm not going to dance on this guy's grave because it is going to be a grave this year. Because he's going to die 1,000 deaths playing in front of that offensive line on that football team. Okay. Really not a good decision on their part. Bino, am I wrong before we go to the phones in saying that Joey Aguilar is a better fit for what Tennessee wants to do and will be more productive at quarterback than Nico was last year?
No, I think you're right on both counts, Tony. Before we came on, Major League was on the MLB channel, and I was on there, and I'm thinking about our quarterback situation, and Hendon Hooker and Joey Aguilar. I mean, they're like Willie Mays Hayes. They just show up out of nowhere, and people are saying, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" And I mean, those look to be the best fits that he's had since he's been here. So that is the odd thing. That is really odd.
Yeah, and here's the thing about him. He's a hell of a coach. That was a great plan they had for Syracuse. Now,
yeah,
what are they going to do against Georgia? I mean, look, I don't know. Tell me about the health of Jackson Moy. Tell me about the health of some of the guys that got hurt on defense. We'll take Heupel's press conference in about an hour. I don't know. I know this. Living in the moment, I enjoy what happened over the weekend. Living in the moment, Alabama's got issues. Living in the moment, Texas has a quarterback problem. Living in the moment. Now, college football is a game where Arch Manning's going to get about 3 games here to grow into his deal before they host Florida. But living in the moment, those two teams who we penned into the playoffs have some issues. We'll go to the phones. Bino, what'd you think of Arch Manning's play over the weekend? Because he looked, for a guy that's been on campus 3 years, those lights were a little bright for him. It was very, very surprising. I feel sorry for him too, Bino, because he's got to carry the Manning name around. And brother, that ain't easy in the modern era. These guys are a corporate conglomerate is what the Mannings are.
Yeah, I know he's been there a long time, Tony, but for your first assignment, when you're really the quarterback, is to go up there in the horseshoe, and you're expected to win, where almost no one other than Michigan goes and wins. That was an awfully tough opener. I'm gonna withhold judgment. I think Thrody said it perfect in his piece in the blog today, and that's that giving up or just determining what you think about Arch Manning based on that is almost as crazy as him being a Heisman favorite before he ever took a real snap in a game of magnitude.
That's a sport we love, though. It's a sport of reaction and overreaction. Yeah. And with that in mind, we come to you for your reaction on the other side. We've got it started with you on a Monday as we continue with more. It's your Tony Basilio show, our maiden voyage here on Fanrun Radio after this.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted grade A grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gufon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gufon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gufon Moving and Storage are pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gufon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gufon.com. That's Gufon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gufon Moving and Storage.
Why limit great savings to just one weekend? This year, our Labor Day special lasts all month long. It's the September Smart Comfort event from Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. This month only, enjoy valuable home comfort upgrades at no extra cost when you install a new HVAC system or water heater to prepare your home for the colder months ahead. This September, you can get a free furnace upgrade with qualifying HVAC system installation or free sediment filter with water heater installation. Pipe Wrench is your partner for energy-efficient and cost-effective upgrades that keep your family comfortable and safe year-round. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. No rush, no stress, just smart seasonal savings for HVAC or water heater installations until the end of September. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
A lime is not always just a lime. You see, some limes are lucky. For when a lime joins the salted rim of a crisp, refreshing Tres Dos Equis, that lime is no longer a mere lime, but a wedge of renowned Mexican limon. Muchas gracias, limon. And also, de nada. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama's Easy approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols!
Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B.
The phones are ringing off the hook. As Jeremy Pruitt once said, 865-200-5402. What's going on at Alabama, ain't I? As we go to the phones. You talk about some people down there that are having some Saban withdrawal. Let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome. You are live on our Monday edition, Maiden Voyage.
Hey, Tony, Rob, and Dallas.
Hey, Rob, welcome in.
Hey, thanks, bud. Hey, can I say I told you so? Was it too early for that concerning Joey Aguilar?
Sure, man. You had the intel on him, right, from somebody on a staff?
Yeah, buddy, my neighbor's on the SMU football staff, and he's watched tape on us a lot. And He's the one that came to me and said, we nailed it. And I was like you in the beginning, like, who is this guy? What, I don't know. I've never even heard of him. Sounds like to me we made a trade. But I tell you what, about midnight Saturday night, watching that UCLA game, I walked away going, well, I guess we did all right.
Yeah, look, I really do think that he's a nice fit for this offense, and I think he's probably a mid-tier SEC quarterback if you look at like week 1, which is fine. That's all you need. All they need Joey Aguilar to be is a credible Southeastern Conference quarterback. Don't need him to be a superstar. Need him to fit the offense. I mean, look, his completion percentage wasn't like off the charts the other day. And like we were talking about in the post-game show, he's going to miss throws because that's kind of who he is. But he throws a nice deep ball. He's in command of what he's doing, and the guys around him respond to him. And at this level, when you can make some plays with your feet, you can win some ball games.
Tony, I tell you, I went back to the Alabama when they had their run, and look at all the mediocre quarterback play they had.
Sure.
Guys that were just team managers, and they won national championships. I don't expect Joey to go out and throw up Heisman Trophy numbers. It'd be great if he did, but the confidence I had in watching him behind the line, I don't know how you guys felt, but he seemed calm, relaxed, comfortable. I didn't see happy feet. I didn't see his head jerking from side to side trying to find somebody. I didn't see him scrambling out of the pocket when it began to start to collapse on him. Matter of fact, the one deep ball he threw, he had defensive lineman right in his face, and he nails the guy, throws it right on the money, And first, I don't know what play it was against UCLA. They had a guy going up the middle, and Nico misses him by 10 yards. Nobody around him. And I thought, man, I'm glad we don't have that.
Yeah, Nico's a tough watch. Go ahead, Bri. Somebody just say something. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
My thing with Aguilar is that I appreciate how hard that kid worked to get to that spot, because that's not easy. And he obviously is taking this extremely seriously. And one other thing, this is not professional football. People want to talk about these quarterbacks like, this guy's this and this guy. I've never been worried about when I'm watching college ball whether or not you're an NFL player, because I'm going to tell you something. Georgia is better with Gunnar Stockton. They're better with Stetson Bennett than they were with any of these big arm guys. These kind of smallish guys that can sort of run around and make a play. Like the other day, before they took their foot off the gas, they looked damn good on offense, and this Gunnar Stockton guy can run around and make plays. And why more college coaches don't go get those types of players is beyond me, because that's your sport. You're not playing NFL football. You need somebody that can make plays with their feet and with their arm. You need guys that can improvise. Hey, Joey football the other day, Rob, when he evaded the pocket and rolled out to his left and kept that play alive and then found in the back of the end zone our back, that was as pretty a play as we've seen in a year and a half here.
He never gave up on it, man. And you know what else he didn't? He didn't run out of bounds.
Guys, the reason more coaches don't go in that direction is because that's not what you get the star rating on. And they've got to have their highly ranked recruiting classes or their fans go crazy.
I think I'd rather win football games than worry about where
I would too. I would too, Tony. But that's what we demand as fans. Is go get that five-star quarterback when in our system, and probably in most systems, smart, efficient, know when to throw it, when not to, and be a willing runner when you have to.
Yeah, but don't you want to find a five-star that fits your program? I don't want any five-star. Like this Faison Brandon kid that's coming out that we got, I hope he fits us. I hope he lights it up. But if he doesn't fit, I don't want a five-star just to have a five-star.
That's
no. I don't either, Rob, and I don't think coaches want that either. Fans want that. Fans want a five-star quarterback. Period.
Great point,
Well, let's hope we all learned our lesson in 5-star quarterbacks, and we hope that Josh goes and gets us a guy that, can light it up and fit our program and put W's up on the board versus stars.
Thank you, Rob. It's kind of like him. It's kind of like Heupel, if you think about it. Heupel's not like some flashy guy. He wasn't a flashy player either. Sort of a meat and potatoes guy. He was a total winner at Oklahoma. He's been a total winner here. And he can really coach. These guys did a really nice job with that quarterback in 100 days. I mean, a really nice job. And you know what? We did our first 3 plays from scrimmage the other day, and nobody was close on it. Because who would have thought they would have come out and been that aggressive early, throwing the ball in the middle of the field, which is something they never trusted Nico to do. In fact, they didn't trust Joe Milton to do it. It's almost like, okay, we're going back playing our offense. We're going to go fast. We're going to attack you with a choice route in the middle of the field to Matthews, and here we go. Let's go. Utterly amazing. Back to the phones we go.
You could tell from the first couple plays that they might have hit on their quarterback when he hit that little tight window. I think on the second play of the game, and it got a first down. I mean, you could almost feel good right then.
And here's the thing about Aguilar. I'm gonna pump my brakes. Look, I think he's probably like a mid-level quarterback in the SEC. It's fine. That will be good enough. You know what Nico was last year? A mid-level quarterback in the SEC, and you got to the playoffs with him. This guy's better than Nico for this offense. Now, he's not, probably doesn't have all those, like Bino was talking about. If you put those guys out there together and threw the ball side by side, you'd choose Nico 10 out of 10 times. Yeah. Playing quarterback, it's a lot like pitching in baseball. And I was talking with a buddy of mine, major league pitching coach for years and years and years. There are a lot of guys who can throw the ball a million miles an hour, can't get anybody out.
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys that can't throw the ball really hard as quarterbacks, but they can move it up and down the field, brother. Hey, if you'd have taken Joe Montana to the old heads and you put him out on the field against some of these other guys that can't get in an NFL lineup, and you just put him in practice, you would choose the other guys over Joe Montana. And I'm not comparing this guy to Joe Montana. That's embarrassing. But the point is the point. And the point is that this guy belongs. And this guy was not afraid. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on our Monday edition.
Oh, my God, man. See, this happens every year with y'all. First of all, close off all the rest of the segments. This segment is going to be pretty long, and tell your people at Fox you damn well deserve your ratings getting ready to go through the roof. But, Bino, how you doing? But, Tony B., listen.
Hey.
Aguilar did well. He did real good.
How concerned are you about Florida State right now? Because that's another loss for you guys I put on your schedule now.
Well, I'm just sitting here looking. Yesterday, I got a text message from this guy about 11:09 a.m. telling me Florida State was going to whip our ass.
That was me last night. That was me texting you last night. I told you to get ready for another one at the end of the year. Hey, Beanstar, how good did the Castellanos guy look? And Florida State continues in this era to be the team that's ranked too high or ranked too low. I mean, and how do you get a beat on what you have when you're dealing with that many transfers? That was an embarrassing effort from Alabama the other day, Beanstar. Embarrassing.
Yeah, one of the things that the weekend looked like was kind of a turn back the clock weekend for Florida State and Miami.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what.
We have to play both of them. And guess what?
Yeah.
And we got to play USF this Thursday. And guess what? Every Florida team in the state play each other hard if we play them. We playing the top 10 teams in the country. We playing them.
Hey, listen, I respect the heck out of that. I respect Florida's schedule. I think it's almost unfair. It's brutal. I respect that, though. They could have bought out of those games. They didn't buy out any of them. Miami, Comrade Golish, and Florida State all on an SEC schedule that's among the hardest in the SEC, if not the hardest. I respect the hell out of that, Florida. No doubt about it.
But let me tell you this. you all summer long you was talking about y'all old quarterback is coming in here and it's gonna take if DJ Lagway stay healthy and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Did you see Jones Jr. back DJ up this past Saturday? Did you see that?
What's a Jones Jr.?
That's his last name.
You
Jones
think
Jr.
I'm going to sit there and watch on that weekend a Florida bye game when you're playing a gin rummy? You think I looked at that for 5 seconds? I don't even know who won the game.
You played rummy too with Syracuse.
Did you
stuck
guys
with y'all.
win?
And you giving Joey Aguilar all the credit.
Did y'all
let
win?
him see what he gonna do against an upstanding SEC school.
Did y'all?
Let's see what he gonna do when somebody coming after him.
Hey, Florida.
Let's see how that offensive line.
Did y'all win Saturday night? Did y'all win Saturday? I didn't get scored. Did y'all win?
Yeah, we didn't win. We shouldn't have played that team. But anyway,
you played that game.
Y'all should have played Syracuse,
man.
but Syracuse scored 26 points on y'all.
Yes, they did.
And you think we worried about what y'all gonna do? What Aguilar gonna do? No. But the worst performance this weekend was by Trash Manning. When I told you that he was happy feet just like his uncle, all of them got happy feet, and guess what? Turned out to be absolutely correct. I don't care what your name is. When you out there and that people put that, you know what? Matt Patricia put a hell of a defense out there for him. Had him looking at like he had looking at deer in the headlight. But guess what? I told y'all, you gonna start listening to me. You gonna start listening to me when I tell you something. We're gonna whoop y'all ass. We're gonna whoop Miami's ass. We're gonna whoop Florida State's ass, and we're gonna use USF's ass this week. So starting this week. So Tony B, let it ride. Let it ride.
You're telling me to let it ride, but you got Florida. Go ahead, Bino.
Spot the ball, Florida. Hey, Florida, here's what I want to start listening to you on. You better be right. Next time you tell me you're going to be at Calhoun's, you better be there.
Oh! Hey, man. God, hey, Bino, it was my mom's 86th birthday, man.
Happy birthday to your mom.
Happy birthday to your
mom.
I
couldn't make it, man. I couldn't make it,
understand.
Hey, you want to hear a funny story? So the other day,
Yes,
Lefty,
sir.
a.k.a. Leroy, I got this really nice hat that my family got me for Father's Day, okay, from my friends at Alumni Hall. Really, it's got the stitch on the outside, really nice Vols, really beautiful hat. And Leroy's like a hat fiend. You know that. He loves hats.
Yeah, he loves hats.
Loves hats. He just turned 85. And I couldn't get to his birthday the other day because, I'm laying on the ground. And Leroy says to me, a.k.a. Lefty, can I have that hat for my birthday? Hank. He walked out of there with my Father's Day present. Laura goes,
man,
where's your hat?
You're a good dude, man.
Well, Laura says, where's your hat? I said, I gave it to Lefty. She said, what? I said, yeah, he asked me for it. Hey, thank you, brother.
You're supposed to give it to him, man. Take care of Lefty, man.
That's right. Good talking to you, my
man.
He
ain't got, with dealing with you, he ain't got much time left dealing with you. Because you're going to send him to an early one, buddy, because you be on it, bro.
Hey, kind of like your Florida Gators. You ain't got much time left. See you, Sheep. 865-200-5402. If you want to get on with us on the TLD Logistics Hotline, do that. And he is a Florida Sheep from the word go. And their schedule is patently unfair and brutal. I hate that Florida bunch with every fiber of my being. No offense to them. I find their fans white trash and off-putting. No offense to them. And I have to respect that schedule. And I have to wonder what's going to be left of their football team come November. Because it is a brutal sport. Look, this South Florida team they're going to play on Saturday this weekend. One of the better games of the weekend, by the way. It's a horrendous slate in college football. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a horrendous slate. Awful. But South Florida's going to get physical with them. Let's get physical. Michael Scott. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Hey, Tone.
Yo.
It's Dave. So first I'm going to hit you with some kudos to you playing injured with the back injury. And let's let this sink in, Tone.
Yep.
So you're a golf family, right? Your son, big golfer, right?
Yeah, my wife's best golfer in the house, but yes.
So let this sink in, and with you going through this injury. So Tiger Woods in 2019 won his 5th Masters after having 4 back fusion surgeries. Now, after you've had this little back injury, let that sink in. Could you even play golf with a back injury that you've had right now?
Hell no. But I'll say this for Tiger Woods. He had some incredibly great vitamins that I would love to get my hands on. But you're right. You're right.
The thing is, though, that just shows that dude right there, he's made a different stuff.
Mind
he's
over
like
matter,
Michael,
bro.
Kobe.
Mind over matter. You got it. No doubt.
He's made a different stuff. So now that we got that in there, I'm glad you're healing up. But can we just talk about first off? I think is it Star Thomas? Is that his name?
Yes, from Duke.
So no offense to the kid from Carnes, great running back and kind of a good kind of spell you when you need a breather. That man needs to be our starting running back, Tone. It's Star Thomas.
What do you make, Bino? I like all 3 of them. I think all 3 of them bring a little something different to the table.
Absolutely, and I think we're going to be much stronger with running back by committee than we would be if we loaded any of them down.
Agreed. Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of the year when Hendon was here, when we went off on everybody, how we kind of had the running back by committee when Sampson was a freshman, the 3 of them. Yep. It just seems like to me Star Thomas has a different gear in that first 5 to 10 yards.
I was surprised. I was really surprised by that. I don't know about you guys. I agree with you.
Too, on Aguilar, y'all were talking about him, us trading Nico in the way, I hate it for Nico the way he looked. He is playing with a trash team, but this kind of happened now that they brought money into the deal. Now that's not under the table.
Yep.
You're going to get criticized. but that's what you get paid the money for. But it almost seems to me, if you go back through Heupel's career, look at all his career, even dating back to being an OC at Oklahoma, to being a head coach at Central Florida. Every time he has a top tier ranked quarterback, he tends to struggle. But Joe Milton, for instance, Nico, and then you look back at his time at Oklahoma, Sam Bradford, he came from a small Indian reservation high school in Oklahoma, wasn't a top line recruit, turned into a Heisman finalist. You look at Central Florida, Mackenzie Milton was like a 2-star recruit from Hawaii. Dylan Gabriel was like a 2-star recruit from Hawaii. He seems to do well with these kind of under the radar guys.
Really strange, isn't it? And he's a much better developer of these quarterbacks than he is eval guy of these quarterbacks, which is an interesting thing. It's a little hole in his game. The whole eval thing is, and that's okay. As long as you're a great developer, because these guys are going to fall in his lap. It's just the way it is. This kid has fallen into his lap, and he is not better. He's a much better fit than Nico ever was. By the way, Nico Saturday night, another thing I feel sorry for him about, because he's not a willing runner with the football. It's not his personality. But he's running out there at UCLA to show everybody, hey, I can run. He's going to get himself hurt. He is not going to make it through a Big Ten season when they start playing the big boys in that league. He's going to get himself hurt if he runs like that, the way he ran the other night.
Yeah, you look at the schedule. I don't know what their schedule is, but if they play the Michigans, the Ohio States of that conference, the Oregons, even USC, I know they've got a lot better recruits this season and from the transfer portal. But you're right. He's going to have to either get down or just get rid of the ball.
It's sad, man.
Last take before I get off here.
Yes, sir.
With Bama, it's I think what they are about to do, if this guy keeps struggling like this, because their schedule's not easy either. They have to go to South Carolina, to Georgia. They've got us. They've got Auburn at the end of the year. They've got LSU. I can see their fan base pulling the trigger on this guy. They better be careful because they might wander in the wilderness like we did after we fired Fulmer. And And the thing is about them is Saban knew what was going to happen. Let's just get real to all my Bama people out there. They were making things happen before the money started coming to light under the table with their boosters, with their people down there. And that's why they could have the Jake Cokers, the Greg McElroys at quarterback, because they had an NFL roster sitting on the 2 and 3 deep.
Yep.
Because they were hoarding all the talent. And now that this has come out that you can pay for players, it's leveled the playing field for everybody. But Tone, I'll listen. You're the best. I appreciate you.
Love. Thanks, man. 865-200-5402.
I have a question here.
Yes, sir.
Do you think an SEC school would try to hire Clark Lee away from Vandy?
No, but I think that Alabama fans will demand they go after Lane Kiffin, if that's what they're going to do.
They already are.
And I think Lane Kiffin will be extremely dangerous at Alabama if he gets that job. I don't think we want that.
Hey, Tony, I got a quick admission to make here.
Right.
I watched the first series of the UCLA game.
Yep.
And I know everyone does this, so it's patently unfair for me to watch Nico do it, but it grates on me. And the way he claps and looks to the sideline and claps and looks at the sideline, I know everyone does it, but for some reason, I watched Nico do it the other night. I thought, thank heavens I don't have to watch that all year again this year.
He is an utterly shrinking violet at quarterback. It's remarkable, and I'm not gonna hate watch him because he turned into a tragic figure to me over the weekend while I was watching that. Throaty said it best today on our blog at tclub.team. Check it out. I'm not gonna dance on that dude's grave because that's what's coming for him. Bad move. He'll be at a different school next year. That's what's going to happen. And he'll be well on his way to being a DJ Ungalengle of his year. I'm not going to dance on that dude's grave. It's a Labor Day. We labor with you. No doubt doing some TLD logistics overdrive overtime later on. In hour 2, we'll hear from Josh Heupel. Will he give us an update on Jackson Moy? There's concern about him. He's probably the guy with the most concern coming out of the weekend. He's a really key player for this team. When you start talking about the Georgias of the world and the real football games. Let's continue with more on the other side, hour 2 after this.
Hey, Tony B listeners. I'm Billy from Grade A Grounds, a UT grad bringing Knoxville a better way to raise money. We roast premium coffee fully branded for your team or cause. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% to local needs. Let's win on and off the field. Visit gradeagrounds.com to start your winning fundraiser today.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the volunteer state by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof. T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka, and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka. Distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly. Basilio here. No one does it like Alumni Hall. I'm here to tell you, Living Vol fan, only one place that's the best place to shop for Tennessee gear, and that's Alumni Hall. The best and largest selection of Tennessee apparel for the whole family. Top brands like Nike and Champion, Columbia, Peter Millar. Load up on hats, accessories, Yeti, all your tailgating necessities. Download the Alumni Hall app, click account, and it'll tell you how much Hall cash you've earned. You earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Alumni Hall, with physical locations in Murfreesboro, Bristol, and 3 locations in Knoxville, now open in Johnson City. Pop into Alumni Hall and get ready and tell them Tony B sent you.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fanrun Radio.
Guests appear on the TLD Logistics Hotline, online at tldlogistics.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
TB back with you, 865-200-5402. Fired up, folks, and prepared for you. All lines are jammed. We'll jump back to our phones. If you want to get in the hunt and in the mix with us and in the mix and in the hunt, and I want you in the hunt and in the mix, and I want me in the mix and in the hunt. Laura's looking at me like it'd be really nice, during the break if you didn't leave the studio, but I had to get up and walk around and stretch my back out on this Labor Day, so it's part of what they're doing. I'm trying to follow doctor's orders, and in the process, she's like, Tony, you got to get back in here, and I'm going, well, okay. You see, Bino, you can't win for losing when you're losing for winning. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Thank you. That's what I thought. And in the meantime, we go back to our phones at 865-200-5402. Tomorrow on the show, we're going to do What We Learn. And I'm going to prepare a blog piece, What We Learn on the college football weekend, week 1, because I like overreacting to things. So I like saying things like LSU is the best team in the league. I don't believe that. But they put themselves in a real position of strength to make the playoff now with that win. And Texas puts themselves in a prone position. Alabama puts themselves in a prone position. What we were talking about Friday at Calhoun's on the River still rings true, which is this. When you play those games, especially in the case of Texas, and you go to Ohio State, you lose a close, hard-fought game, how much are they going to punish you if you go 10-2 at the end of the year? In other words, if you go 9-3, if you lose two games in this league from here, which is very possible for anybody, as we've seen, once we get past this hoopty weekend, this weekend coming up, major college football, that the networks let these guys get away with this is a total disgrace. Because this is a great sport, worth celebrating, with the great Chase Thomas on deck. I got to tell you something. This weekend's an embarrassment. I mean, look at the schedule. Bino, what do you call that? What do you call this schedule, Bino, this weekend? From week 1 to week 2. You mean to tell me the powers that be couldn't have put 3 or 4 decent football games out there this weekend?
I'll give it a D for Drek.
It's unbelievable, Andy. But we're gonna
Have you seen the Friday night slate?
No. Have the Cowboy fans seen the Thursday night slate? Go! Hey, Cowboy fans, the prediction is Pine. Let's go to the phones. Watch my Eagles throw up an egg. Eagle fans will be all over Jalen Hurts. It'll be a beautiful thing. We'll be back to back to normal in the universe. Who do we have Friday, Bino? Bronny?
You've got Eastern Washington.
Yes.
Faces Boise State. That's one game.
On that red field. Continue.
Yeah. And Louisville plays James Madison. That actually might be a decent game.
Yes.
But the other 3 games are, I don't know literally if you'd walk down the street for.
Back to the phones we go, like some WNBA action. Let's get no offense. Let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome, W. Lynn. You're on the air.
How are my French compatriots doing today?
I hear you breathing.
What's up, W. Lynn?
Welcome to the new station, Tony.
That's me.
It's the marriage made in heaven. So,
What'd I say?
I give Joey football an A. I almost gave him an A- because if he runs to get extra yardage like he did against Syracuse against Georgia, we'll quickly be seeing who the number 2 quarterback is.
There is no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, he's got to learn to slide a little bit more. He can't go headlong into 2 or 3 tacklers like that.
I'll tell you what, I saw some guys take some real shots over the weekend. Bino, did you see any of Ty Simpson? Because Ty Simpson got decapitated 2 or 3 times. That Florida State team and those guys they got out of that portal, that safety they got out of the portal, I mean, those guys were physical with Alabama now.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about waking up in a new world every year down there at Florida State.
Bizarre.
The way they're going about putting together their roster.
W. Lynn, there's no doubt Joey Aguilar's teammates really, 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 really respect him. You can see that after 3 plays.
Yeah. Did you hear that Florida State, with their stadium renovations, shrank the size of the stadium by 12,000?
It's the new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a new thing.
Fan comfort.
I love our 3 running backs. They're all around 6 foot and over 200 pounds. It's a different look for the defense every series. And what I was screaming in Rocky Hill Roosters was my new thing for Deshaun Bishop being from Carnes High. Leave it to Beaver. I kept saying, leave it to Beaver. Give him the ball. Leave it to Beaver.
That's Bino's guy. Bino saw that dude in high school and said, and I'm going to tell you something. There's a great player at Catholic right now that Tennessee hit on, this receiver. Wow. But Bino, you hit on Bishop several years ago.
He's just a football player, Tony. He's not gonna wow you like you say at any kind of combine. He's a football player.
Yep.
The play he made where he was hit and then bounced off and ran for 48 yards. I don't know if you do that against SEC defenses, but I mean, that really, the game could have gotten close.
Yes.
The other thing about the fake injuries, I say put a greenish yellow safety vest on them, and they have to sit out 5 plays. Just anybody comes off the field, put that vest on them. You pay some guys, the SEC pays some students, grad students, $50 a game. They sit there with a pad and they count play 1, play 2. Make them sit out 5 plays. Everybody in Roosters agreed with that too.
That's 2 free plugs. That's 2. Listen, that's 2. It's too much to track. What we need to do is, what do we need to do? Fine coaches. John Adams is right. These guys love their money. You start finding coaches, and that stuff all goes away. You don't need kids counting jerseys, putting jerseys on people. You need to find the coaches because they're going to ruin this product. If you let them ruin this product, everybody's going to lay on the ground. We do it too. Let's face facts here. We do it too in Knoxville. We had a defensive lineman lay on the ground the other day in the middle of a drive, and we do it after these quick touchdowns. So it's wrong. It's wrong when they do it. It's wrong when we do it. It's just wrong. It's got to stop.
You didn't hear me, Tony. What if he's really hurt? We don't know that.
What if who's really hurt?
A player that's laying on the field injured. What if he's really injured?
Well, that's different, W. Lynn. It's obvious.
Well, how do you tell?
It's pretty obvious when these guys do it. When those 2 guys from Syracuse both laid down on the same play, that's a $100,000 fine. That's the end of that stuff.
So we'll have to have somebody watch them on the sideline to see if a doctor's actually looking at them, and medical staff and all that to see if it's a real injury.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious when somebody gets hurt and when they don't. I mean, this faking stuff.
I agree, but make them just sit out some plays.
Okay, yeah. Let's have 100 people over there. Thank you, W. Lynn. Monitoring. Let's monitor this stuff. It's ridiculous. Find the coaches and get it over with. But thank you, W. Lynn. Love you. 2 free plugs. Back to the phones we go. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hi there. I just a few observations I wanted to share. One was in the offseason, there was a lot of talk about how the coaches hadn't really been particularly active in the transfer portal. But the guys they did get, Aguilar, Star Thomas, Moe on the line, Hood on defense, there weren't a lot of them, but man, they made a big impact.
No doubt about it. That's why I wanted them to go get a couple of more type impact players. But yeah, listen, Star Thomas has a lot more wiggle and shake than was advertised. So, and again, we'll see these guys against SEC defenses, but for first glance, that was very encouraging what we witnessed.
Speaking of glances, there's a website that I stumbled upon. I think it's called SEC Power Hour, and a guy named maybe Carter is his name, breaks down game footage. I thought it was fascinating for 2 reasons. One, it gives you real confidence in Heupel as a coach. But secondly, college game's not the NFL, but it is incredibly complex. And you kind of alluded to this earlier, but you got to have a quarterback who can read defenses and plays and complexities in a split second. And I think when these kids are coming out of high school, it's so much about arm strength and size, but I'm not going to pump the brakes on Joey Aguilar. I think he's got the potential to have a great year for us. And I just wonder why, and that's, I guess my question for you in the panel is, why isn't that cerebral part of the game more talked about?
I don't know, because it lends to, a lot of these teams choose to live in the portal, and a lot of these teams choose to live in the portal and what they
And what they do is they go find veteran quarterbacks to sort of patch their holes. And it seems like that would be a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah. And then I guess my last question or observation for you all is, when you're paying players, it's still fairly wide open. There's a certain inevitability to Texas, which is why I'm glad they lost. But
agreed. Given
the fact that their endowment is bigger than all the other SEC schools combined, the state's population.
Yes.
If things don't get reined in, don't you think at some point Texas is going to win everything?
I mean, one would think, but here's the problem. The New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, Philadelphia Phillies, and Dodgers don't win it all in baseball every year, and they're totally unencumbered. And they go out there and buy all the players in free agency in the offseason.
Yeah, but the flip side of that argument is Pittsburgh will never be relevant. I mean, that's like I tell Yankee fans, why don't you go to Coney Island?
You're right about that. No, you are right. And this sport is begging for a commissioner and some sort of structure. And I hope when we get to the new mutation that eventually we're all going to get to this new permutation of the sport. I hope against hope that that's what we see, because you're right. Look, in a lot of ways, I was really glad Texas got beat by Ohio State. I'm not one of these cheer for the league guys. I'm just not. I'm for my school that exists in a league. And then I'm for the league to be fairly strong when it comes time for my school to get into a playoff. I want them to help my strength of schedule. But week in and week out, I'm not going to cheer for them. Are you? Are you going to cheer for Texas week in and week out?
No, I'm cheering against them. I think they're an existential threat. But I also don't root for. I'm with you. I don't root for the SEC schools. I went to the Ohio State game where we got absolutely killed in the college playoff with my son.
Yeah.
And we're losing 21-0, and some Vol fans, who I think would be best termed as friends of the university, were hammered. We kick a field goal. We cut it to 21-3, and they start shouting SEC, and I wanted to hide.
They must have been hammered. If they were chanting SEC after those three, hopefully that was like a Bronx cheer kind of thing. But, the thing about the game the other day, and Bino, I don't know if you had this thought, because I had the split screen on the two games at once. That Texas-Ohio State game defensively, the speed of those two rosters, they were flying around out there, Bino, compared to our game. I mean, like flying around.
Yeah, there's just a tremendous amount of talent. And I do fear what the caller's talking about, that if it stays the way it is, that eventually a Texas could become just an all-dominant team. The other part of that is, Tony, you've kind of cured me down through the years of being a SEC at every game guy, but I ain't ever cheering for Ohio State. I don't care who they're playing.
No, amen. I can feel that, because they're and the caller will attest to this. Those are some obnoxious people, man. The people that in our community that are Ohio State people. You go down there to Tellico, and you listen to those people talk, and they tell you how that you should live and how you should be and how you should think like them down there on the boat dock with all their little secrets. Come on now. They can step off. I mean, the best thing about I-75 is it goes north. Get on it if you don't like it here. I appreciate the call. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Good talking to you.
Thanks,
man. On our TLD Logistics phone lines, let's get another one in. Josh Hyper coming up. We'll take him live. Hopefully he provides an update on Jackson Moy. Bino, are you counting on the update on Jackson Moy from Josh Heupel today?
Yes, there will be an update, Tony, and we'll know nothing further than we knew before the update.
Back to the phones we go. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. In 5 and in 4 and in 3 and in 2, sold to the man in the red chair. You're out of here. You should have gotten quicker. I heard you pick it up there at the end, but, we got to be. Come on now. Time is of the essence. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Hello?
Oh, you're W. Lynn. You're back again?
Yeah, I got cut off. I got cut off, Tony. I had one more point about how we think things have changed and sometimes they haven't. It's another Leave It to Beaver reference. I was watching Leave It to Beaver, and Jen asked Ward, why do the teams call all the timeouts at the end of the game, and this episode was 1960. And Ward said, well, they call the timeouts at the end of the game because they want to stop the clock. Before there were timeouts, they used to use the old fake injury play. So at some time, apparently, before there was timeouts, people did the fake injury to stop the clock.
W. Lynn, you know what that reminds me of? And thank you for the call. Ecclesiastes, ain't nothing new under the sun. Hello and welcome into the next call. We get biblical with you on a Monday. Hello and welcome in. You're on the TLD Logistics Hotline.
Thank you, Basilio. Bobby, I missed church yesterday, so I needed that.
Burn it up, baby.
Two quick hitters. One, I'm so happy for Joey Football. Is that a determinate nickname on him on this show?
It is
Joey
for
Football.
Me. It is for me.
I'm for it. I ain't against it. I'm really happy for him. You know, he seems like the Bruce Pearl of our quarterback situation. Like, this is the best job he's ever had. You know, and he like really wants to be here. Rumor was he took the entire team out for dinner the first night he ever showed up on campus on his dime. It's pretty next level, if you ask me. I don't know if you'd heard that or not, but that's the rumor about town.
Yeah,
and if that's true,
I had people that saw him all summer that would say his interaction with his teammates. He took him to Top Golf one night as well. His interaction with his teammates, he was alpha dogging and being a leader the entire time. And I had people tell me that saw him out that you could tell that this guy had a different kind of countenance about him, that he composed, that he comported himself like a quarterback.
Yeah, and a gentleman from everything I've been told as well.
Yes.
I've heard he is an ideal citizen.
I love him. I think that's a great story.
Tony, if we mess around and go 10-2, is he going to become folklore legend around here? Seriously.
If they go 9-3, he's folklore legend.
Really, I'm for that. I hope we do, for his sake. And as you said earlier, I'll leave you because I don't have really analysis other than I felt like we looked really good. I felt like we looked like one of the 10 or 12 best teams in America this weekend. May have been a product of who we were playing, but whatever. As far as the Nico thing, I'm not going to pounce on his grave, and you're right. That's where he's going to end up. I do have a suggestion, and I'm being sincere. If he wants to stay in L.A. and be near his family, he looks like a kid who is playing a sport that he's good at but does not love. Do you agree with that?
No doubt about it, man. It's so well put. I did not get a sense that he wanted to be out there Saturday night. He was out there because his father wants him to be out there. It's right. Really sad. That's a sad thing, man.
Yeah, because his first love is volleyball, and he's told people that. Like, I've heard him say it in interviews.
Yep.
Go down to Venice Beach, go down to Malibu, get in the sand, find some of those St. John Smith and those old school sand volleyball players, get them to teach you. Go be a pro volleyball player, make millions doing that, make the U.S. Olympic team, do all those things. Do something you love. Don't do something that's going to get you hurt and have you limping in a cast already after the first game of the season. He looked horrible coming out of that stadium the other night.
And
it was really a sad scene. I felt bad for him. And then think about his little brother. His little brother had to go to UCLA as a package deal. He didn't want to be there either.
No, this is all the dad's production.
It's ridiculous. Have a good day, Tom.
Thank you. Now, with Nico, we might learn, which nobody knows yet. Did he initiate that because he's homesick? I don't know. Maybe he's homesick. I think they really thought USC was going to bite because, as Will Heflin said, or Matt Dixon said, or C said, somebody said on here, the truth is that USC looked like they had a quarterback issue. USC wanted nothing to do with him. Here's my man, Josh Heupel. Let's go.
Labor Day.
GEAUX.
Looks like we got a few that are missing. Anyways, get a chance this week to open it up at home. First experience for a bunch of our guys on game day inside of that stadium with the packed house and first ball walk. So look forward to seeing all of our fans. Pleased with the win from Saturday. Today's about how we get better and moving forward. And thought guys were good inside of our meetings and when we ultimately got out on the field too. So looking forward to a good week. ETSU, you look at how they performed on Saturday, a bunch of yards, a bunch of points, and did some really good things on the defense side of the ball too. So constant growth from us. You guys heard me say it after the game on Saturday. this team has been good in their mindset and how they've approached every day. That'll be critical in this week too, for our entire team to take a jump, open it up.
Coach Andrew Smith, John C. Press. ETSU with the 2 quarterback look there in week 1 with 2 former Power 4 guys. Just what challenges does that present for you preparing for that defensively?
Yeah, preparation of, who they are and how they play and, the subtleties of, what we're doing defensively, as a staff, how you want to call it a little bit different. But both of them played well.
Coach, just after watching the film, how did you evaluate Joey? What did you like? What does he need to improve on?
Yeah, I thought he was good in his decision making, communication. I said that after the football game. Super calm. I thought he used his feet at the right moments. Great demeanor throughout the course of the game. A lot to really like from it.
Josh, you had a lot of guys get their first action in that first game. A lot of guys made their first start. When they go from game 1 to game 2, does the standard raise in any way, or in any way does it raise?
Now standard's the standard, and we're all chasing perfection and understand that it's also not going to be obtainable in this game, but you're certainly chasing it. And, we need to take a jump. That's collectively as a team, by unit, and certainly individuals as well. And so got to approach the week the right way.
Josh, any update on Jackson and Key Gibson, and how concerned are you with defensive tackle depth at this point early in the year?
Well, I like the guys that got more play than maybe anticipated early in the football game. We got some young guys that continue to get better and feel like they're going to be able to play at a high level. Jackson will be out this week. Hope to get him back quickly, and so. In this game, you guys have heard me say it, strength of a position group can't be one guy. Everybody's got to be ready and prepared to play when they get their call, and we got to continue to grow. Ricky will be out for an extended period here. How long, I don't have the exact timeline on, but he'll be out for an extended time.
Joshua Josephs mentioned after the game that there was a lot of areas where the defense could improve, specifically in that 3rd and 4th down defense. How can you take the next step forward this week?
It's all 11 playing together. Some of our zone principles, playing those things out based off of the route combinations the right way. Some of that's alignment, some of that's technique off of, the route patterns that they're seeing. Pressure up front, getting home and, forcing the quarterback to get rid of it. All those things play a part of it. 3rd and long, 4th down, we got to do a better job getting off the field.
Coach, what does it say about Jesse Perry that he's able to go and kind of win the right guard job going into the season, but first game he has to switch over to right tackle, his versatility? How difficult is that as an offensive lineman to go from one position to the other like that?
Yeah, it is difficult playing multiple positions. Jesse moving outside, Wowo going from left to right. I think it's a credit to our staff in preparing these guys, not just during training camp, but during the course of the summer, since they've been here the entire offseason, where they do feel comfortable. They have time on task and have repped in those spots and have grown. And then it's certainly a credit to the guys that are playing the position to be able to handle that volume and workload.
What specifically have you liked about Sham Umarov that you had the trust in putting him in that left guard?
Yeah, Sham, from the time he's got here, he's done a great job continuing to grow. And I'm just saying on the physical side of it, in the best shape, the ability to move since he's gotten here. Did a great job during the course of our winter, spring, and summer. A guy that continues to invest mentally, understanding the game, fundamentally continued to get better. He's performed at a really high level, through spring ball and during training camp where we had great trust and belief in him. I'm not sure there's anybody that's more excited when they come out to the practice field than Sham. That guy loves football, loves his teammates, gives everything that he's got every single day, and that's been a huge factor in his growth from the time that he got here.
During that trophy celebration, Miles puts the leather helmet on your son, Jace. Bryson, Arion are cheering him on. Just, you talked about how you like these players as people too. Yeah. What was that moment like for you, not only as a coach, but as a dad, to see that?
Yeah, cool moment for me as a dad to be up there with him and him be a part of it. And the way our guys, take him into being a part of our team too is something that's really special. And for me as a kid, I remember those days too, and those are huge memories that I still have. And excited that he gets to be a part of it. Our whole family. I think if you watch, how we try to incorporate our families into anything that we can do, after practice, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, there's a bunch of wives and a bunch of baby strollers, to get a chance to go have lunch with their dads after practice and ball walk. I think it's important, not just talking about family, but actually living those things out. And I think it's important your players see that too.
Josh, at least from looking over Saturday's game again, it looked like Joey's scanning the field pretty well when he's out there at quarterback. And for someone who just got here when he did, how much of a concern was that for you going into it when he got here, that he'd be able to kind of pick up things enough to go through progressions? And when did you start to feel pretty good that he could? I think that's always something that quarterbacks have to grow in, right? And for us not having any time on task on the practice field or in the meeting room with them, you want to see those things, play out in real life. And he's smart. His ability to retain information one day to the next. When we were first doing installs with him, our entire quarterback staff did an elite job of helping him grow really quickly. And then, once you get to training camp, his ability to recall and, really not make the same mistake twice, understand the why behind things, led you to believe that, he was going to be able to execute at a really high level. I thought, in game one, new offense, 3 months on task, he did an elite job of controlling and understanding what was going on around him.
Talk about growth through players, and I know everyone's always looking to get better, but what growth have you seen in Joey Halsley since he's been with you on your staff?
Yeah, I think Joey's done a great job, leading our offensive staff. I think, the stability that we've had on that side of the football has been a key component to us to continue to grow. And, our teaching patterns to our players, in our concepts and, adjustments on game day. Coach Ellerby, Pope, Ablin, Sims has been here for a couple of years now. I think all of that has been a huge help to our growth offensively. Joey's done a tremendous job, as quarterback coach, but offensive coordinator, organization, and helping us continue to find ways to attack defenses.
With the additional injuries to the secondary with Ricky Gibson, how much more important has Colton Hood's performance on Saturday become for the confidence you guys can still be successful back there? Yeah,
next guy's up. Colton's performed at a really high level from day one getting here. He's smart, has had position flexibility. He learned multiple spots when he first got here. Super consistent in his competitive makeup every day in the meeting room and on the practice field. And a guy that, has had some time on the field, but has continued to grow in a really high level since he first got here. And great teammate, great player. And nobody in our building is surprised that he played extremely well on Saturday, and I continue to expect big things from him as we go throughout the course of the season.
As a veteran coach now, when you have commentators during a game saying things like, he's from the Josh Heupel tree, talking about Jerry Mack and Mitch down at Kennesaw, and they're pushing Wake Forest, or what Alex has done at South Florida and tying him to you as well. What is there an appreciation for that, to see the guys that you've kind of helped mold go elsewhere and have success?
I think leadership roles are about helping
helping people grow. For me, first group of people I got to take care of is our players, and ultimately, you guys will ask the question after the draft. You want guys to be able to reach and fulfill their dreams, and as players playing at an elite level here and then have an opportunity to go on. It's the same thing with your staff. You want them to have the opportunity to grow and take the next step in their careers too. And super excited about the success that our guys have had, as they've gone and taken head jobs.
Ty Redmond seemed to play really well in his debut with Jermod still out and Ricky out. He obviously steps forward in a larger role. What did you guys see or I guess I should ask, were you guys surprised at all that Ty played that well in his first game?
Not surprised. That's how he's performed, throughout the course of training camp, but his growth during spring ball too. Smart football player, has great length, the ability to bend, fundamentals and technique have continued to grow. He's a guy that is very smart and understanding the scope of what we're doing, and then, what offenses are doing as well. And, that situational football, it splits. He's a really smart, competitive, talented young player that has a great future in front of him.
Josh, what did you think you got out of your wide receivers, specifically Chris, Mike, and Braylon? And did you think they showed any rust from some of those guys not getting maybe as much time in camp as maybe you guys wanted?
Yeah, Chris was, missed the first half of training camp. Braylon played extremely well early and missed 10 days in the middle of it. Mike got back pretty quickly. Not surprised in how they played or performed. Those guys have been super diligent and consistent in how they've tried to grow since they got here in January, the time that we had with them during spring ball, through the course of the summer. For each of them, different times as far as when they were available during training camp, but all performed at a really high level. And I thought they did an elite job on Saturday.
So that's Josh Heupel's press conference. Ricky Gibson out for an indefinite period of time. He was very forthcoming with that. That doesn't sound good. We'll have to dig on that. Jackson Moy, I know they're very concerned about as well. Those are two huge losses with the Georgia game looming. And Ty Redmond is all of a sudden going to be in a spot where he's going to get picked at. And the irony is he comes from Alpharetta, Georgia. He's a freshman. Played very, very well on Saturday. But obviously, when you get into the SEC, it's a different kettle of fish. And Tennessee's done a really nice job evaling in their secondary. They were particularly with regards to the cornerback play. So now you're down McCoy, you're down Gibson. It was so incumbent upon them to add Hood, who looked like in the offseason a very interesting addition. He's now extremely key. We'll talk about those developments. It's all ahead. We'll get the phone calls in. We continue to roll on our maiden voyage on Fanrun Radio. My name's Tony Basilio. I got Bino, Jeff Henderson, Brian Hartman with you on a Monday. We react after this.
Guests appear on the TLD Logistics Hotline, online at tldlogistics.com.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted Grade A Grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
Fall officially begins this month, so now is the perfect time to make sure your home's HVAC system is ready for the season ahead. Don't ignore the warning signs that your heating or cooling system is struggling or nearing the end of its lifespan. And if you need fast, reliable HVAC repairs, seasonal preventative maintenance, or want to invest in a new high-efficiency system, then call the trusted HVAC experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Whatever HVAC problems you encounter, our certified technicians will make a full assessment and then provide the best long-term solution to keep your home comfortable again all year long. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. Be sure to ask about our 10-plus year warranties that are 2 times longer than industry standards, so you don't spend a cent on unexpected costs in the future. So call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team start at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we are the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our trials last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net. Tony B here with the great Zakai Ziegler for Advent.
Whoa. Tony, I got this. Hey, Tennessee, it's Zizi here. Next time you have an electric issue at your home or business, call my friends at Advent Electric. With offices in Knoxville and Nashville, it's Mama Zizi approved.
You heard it from the most electrifying player in the league. Call the service professionals at Advent Electric, 865-588-0631. Online, adventelectric.com. Tell them ZZ sent you.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B.
Pretty fired up today with you, and pretty pumped to be with you on a Monday. It's a Labor Day Monday.
Excited to be. Let's go back to our phones at 865-200-5402. If you want to get in the hunt and in the mix with us. Gibson the other day looked like a concussion, but who knows? But he's leaves after the first quarter, doesn't return. Jackson Moy looked like an elbow, kind of a left arm deal. Who knows? And the other one, I guess, that they didn't get into, but the other one to be concerned about is Ethan Davis, who looked like he got banged up late. And I'm going to check on that a little later on. When Heupel comes out and says what he says about Ricky Gibson, Bino, that leads me to believe he's going to be out for a while. That leads me to believe he's going to be out for the Georgia game at least, right? Is that what you got from that, Bino?
Yeah, I apologize, Tony. I didn't hear exactly what he said about or how he phrased what he said about Gibson.
Yeah, so he basically said he's out for an extended period of time, which is,
okay.
In Heupel speak, Heupel never gives anything away. So
no,
I don't think they'd practice gamesmanship with a guy suffering an injury like that. We wish that kid well. But there certainly is, with the Redmond guy, sort of a next man up philosophy here, and they continue to eval very well in the secondary. One thing that I want to point out, because I couldn't help but notice last night, that you can't win them all, right? Jacoby Thomas was everywhere last night for Miami. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but they bought him off Tennessee's roster, and we were all kind of surprised when he left. But they bought him off Tennessee's roster. He was excellent at safety last night. I mean, excellent, after having a pretty nice year last year in Knoxville. So that might be a painful reminder / watch for us as the season goes along. And you can't win them all. The transfer portal gonna giveth, and the transfer portal gonna taketh away. And we get ready to go back to our phones on a Monday. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Tony, what's up, man? It's Parker.
Hey, Park, welcome in.
Bino, how you doing today, dude?
Hello, Parker. How are you?
Guys, I'm doing it to myself again.
We're going to win. We're going to go back. We're in the playoffs again, aren't we?
I know, and I'm going to convince myself to drive wherever we go on the road. Hopefully it's a playoff game, and then I'm going to see us lose a playoff game. But, guys, I mean, if we run for 200 yards a game and control the line of scrimmage, why not pick like that? Tell me
But you
like
play,
that guy that goes on college campuses. Prove that I'm wrong.
You played a team that gave up 34 points a game last year, that lost a lot of players that can't play defense. I'm keeping it all in perspective. Look, it was a great first week, but you got to keep that in perspective, what you just witnessed. And you have to appreciate how good and cohesive and how well coached they looked, which they controlled the controllables. When you get on the field against Georgia, you're going to play a different animal. And in these SEC games, you're going to play a different animal. But that said, that was a great week one. It was a week one I greatly appreciate. I love, and appreciate the amount of hard work it took for Joey Aguilar and everybody involved to come out there and make it look the way it did in week one. But I'm pumping the brakes on your line of thinking. No offense.
I don't know. It's just, what's funny to me is that one big pass play, and everybody thinks, oh, Heupel, his offense drops bombs. But really, guys, it really is a run-first offense. I mean,
yep.
If we put up numbers like that, we're going to be averaging 150, 175 yards a game.
Again, I don't think you're going to do that against SEC defenses, but it's fun to think about.
But we have an easy SEC schedule, though. I mean,
that is true.
I mean,
no, that is true. But the SEC,
we have a 4-game schedule, Tony. When it comes down to it,
you're right. You're right.
It starts with Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and I don't know. Oklahoma looked okay, but I forgot who they played. I know it was a scrub.
Nobody.
That's basically the 4-game schedule.
Yeah, you're right. But here's the thing. The SEC defenses you're going to see, man-to-man, man-on-man, are much better than that Syracuse team. Bino, you agree with that? Syracuse doesn't run well.
Yes.
You can see it.
Yes, I agree with that.
They don't run well. I mean, they have Deshaun Bishop pinned 5 yards deep, and he gets 45 yards. You're not going to do that against Southeastern Conference defenses. You're not.
And then football in that game gets over. I thought it was going to go all the way today on Labor Day, the way that everybody was faking injuries on both sides, by the way. I don't know if y'all talked about that yet.
Yes.
But you watch the Alabama game, and it's like they're getting shoved around by their offensive line, and it's like there's no reason Tennessee should go down to Tuscaloosa and lose. I mean, their fans are so crazy. That head coach might be in Washington State by October 19th or whenever we play them.
You never know. I mean, with the Alabama thing, I don't know how to feel about them because I still think they've got a ton of talent. I mean, obviously they've got a ton of talent, but they got ambushed by that Florida State bunch on Saturday. They got absolutely ambushed.
Shoved around.
And the rain and the whole thing. Yeah, they got ambushed, man.
Parker, I try not to, and I guess Florida's taught me this lesson. I try not to watch an opponent in week one and try to project what we're going to do. And in Florida's case, in most years, it was only a couple of weeks away because they always look like a different team against us. But I tell you what I did do. I took Alabama off of we are not going to win that game and put it in a column of, hey, we go down there and ball out, we can win the game.
How about that, Bino?
Are they really going to run him out of town, guys, if he goes 9-3 or 8-4? Is that really a thing?
8-4, Lane Kiffin will be coaching there next year, in my mind. 9-3.
No way.
Huh?
You think so?
That's who they want.
Kiffin?
That's who that fan base wants.
Saban has enough control. I think he'll say no to that. I don't know what the relationship is, but I feel like he still doesn't like him.
Oh, they're not going to let Saban control what they're going to do. No way. Unless he wants to come back and coach.
Doesn't he still have an office there?
Those people are nuts down there. Yeah, well, I mean, where he shoots his Aflac commercials, I guess, with Deion Sanders.
I don't know, man. It's just, I mean, I really felt bad for anybody who got that job. That guy.
Awful.
You feel bad for the guy who gets it, but then you don't feel bad for the guy who gets it after him. So whoever succeeds is going to be just okay. But I don't know. That's insane. I think he's a good coach. I just think he doesn't fit the system. Or not even that. Whoever took that job was destined to fail,
Well, we had a caller in hour one say if they jump the gun and fire this guy, who's a really nice coach, and they don't give him a chance to grow into it, they could end up in the wilderness like Tennessee did. That is true. You make a goofy, overreaction misstep, but I will say this about that guy. You watch him on the sidelines during games. If I was an Alabama fan, it would drive me crazy to look at that dude because he looks like a deer in the headlights, which not that really matters. But Bino, when they put that camera on that dude during games, he looks like he has no answers. He doesn't look like a guy that's won all those games.
It looks like a glorified Mike Shula.
He really does, Bino. Brian, if you didn't know his CV, if you didn't know his resume.
ESPN in the ESPN's predictor has Tennessee as a 52% chance to go down there and win that game.
There you go. That's how
they're following Bino. They're following Bino.
There you go.
And they got to.
I'm sorry, Brian. I talked to an Alabama fan yesterday, and his biggest complaint was that it looked, and fans always do this, and obviously those guys are some of the most competitive guys in the world. Head football coaches at an SEC level are some of the most competitive guys in the world. But he says he looks at him, and he thinks it looks like he really doesn't care that much that they're getting beat.
And
he said, and your team looks like they don't care that much either.
He's West Coast, laid back, California cool, whatever you want to call it. Those people there are not going to go for that. And his team was listless the other day. They were listless in that game.
I feel like Ty Simpson he had a strong arm, but he felt overwhelmed by the moment,
Oh, there was no doubt. That was not Syracuse they played, okay? Let's just face facts here.
No, Castellanos can play.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, before I go, I'm curious. Do you know how much we're paying ETSU to play this week?
Don't.
Is it like $1 million, $2 million?
I have no idea. We're gonna have David. We're gonna have David Blackburn on Wednesday. I could ask him that.
Oh, he's great. I love that guy.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious because with the SEC moving to a 9-game schedule, and looks like the Big Ten's probably going to follow suit as well. These FCS, FBS matchups, I wonder if that's going to go extinct or not, because really that is a vital thing for the schools. Because I'm sure the football program gets the majority share of that money, but I'm sure like the men's tennis team gets some. I'm sure the volleyball team at ETSU gets some. It's really kind of important to those smaller schools like ETSU.
It's well put, Parker, and I think it's a lifeblood for those people at that level. And we'll go back to our TLD logistics phone lines here momentarily. Look, because of Josh Heupel, we and he went long today. He's usually a 5-minute guy. But we got a little behind on one of our timeouts. So let me get another one in here, and then we'll get some more calls. We're going to do a TLD Logistics Overdrive overtime as well, where we stay on the app and kick it. Chase Thomas will have you over on our Fanrun side. And we'll take a brief timeout and come back. I got to get in one quick one, and then we come back with more and get some more calls in after this. Are you stuck in a dead-end job or ready for a new challenge? Do you feel like it's time to try a new career? Well, it's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. My friends at TLD Logistics have some really exciting opportunities for you to learn a new skill. With a new 5-acre driving academy that's now under new leadership with all new course material. And the best part, it's absolutely free. What a great deal to set you on the road to higher pay. And TLD Logistics even offers weekly stipends to offset food and gas expenses. In 6 weeks' time, you could complete this course and be in compliance with FMCSA regulations. Then you're ready for the open road of opportunity. What are you waiting for? It's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. Visit tldlogistics.com. That's tldlogistics.com. TLD Logistics.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
VIP Play coming soon. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
TB here for Cedar Bluff Plumbing, a live and local company that's been serving our area for over 32 years and counting because every customer counts, and I mean no job is too small. Cedar Bluff Plumbing just voted #1 by City View magazine because multiple plumbing experts are on call to serve all your plumbing needs. Chances are there'll be a plumber in your area when you call, and they won't send some salesman to your house. You're going to get a high-character, trustworthy, highly trained plumber who will serve you, not like some of these guys that look like they came off the set of America's Most Wanted. Cedar Bluff Plumbing is Basilio tested and approved and will go the extra mile for you because Chucky Mack is a servant of the people and my consigliere to the throne, celebrating over 32 years of serving living volunteers. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. Call 588-4448. That's 588-4448. Cedar Bluff Plumbing.
A lime is not always just a lime. You see, some limes are lucky. For when a lime joins the salted rim of a crisp, refreshing Tres Dos Equis, that lime is no longer a mere lime, but a wedge of renowned Mexican limon. Muchas gracias, limon. And also, de nada. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Chilio here, and my friends at Carnes Motor Company started with a dream over a quarter century ago. I met Rob and Brian back when I still had hair, and they were working at a huge dealership in West Knoxville. But they told me back then they wanted to sell cars on their terms, and I wanted to do radio on my terms. Their terms, just like my terms, are ultimately your terms.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but